Hoeveel? Hey, ik heb hem goed gemaakt, hè? Even opnieuw, sorry. I practiced with my English and with my timer.
Even voorstellen.
Waar kom je vandaan?
My name is Pauline. I'm originally Dutch, born and raised in a town called Dordrecht. We had a family of 4 with a dog, and from the outside it appeared to be a good family, but on the inside it was World War III. There was a lot of abuse, misuse, alcoholism, manipulation, literally World War III. And but on the other hand, every week we went to church on Sunday, and for me there was always the question, why? Why do I go to church and do I experience these things at home? So I started a quest around my teenage years. I started a quest, and I've been in a lot of different places, asked a lot of different people, different religions, different backgrounds, a psychiatrist, therapist, you name it. And eventually I wanted to become a therapist myself, so I started college to become a therapist, because for me that was an answer to one why question. And I had the opportunity to go and work aboard ships. So I started working on ships as a therapist, and I was good at my job. That is where I found my strength, I found my worth, my dignity and everything. But in meantime, I bought myself a Bible. I was reading in my Bible, and I was impressed by what I was reading, but I didn't understand everything. So I was again looking for people who I could ask my questions, most of the time Christians, and they invited me to come to a Bible study / worship service. Just come. So I went. It was an amazing atmosphere. I was really touched, and I was literally drawn in, and I never left in my time. I only missed one service aboard. But there was no real diversion. There was no 180 turnaround in my life, because of the fact that as a kid at church there was no change, so why now change? So I was one day I had a day off. I went off to have my day off, and I was drinking, having a nice day. And apparently in my last drink they put extra shots of tequila. And I cannot recall anything. I don't know how I got back to the ship, but I got back. And eventually I was in big trouble. And I couldn't imagine that, because of the alcoholism that I grew up with, that I got in this situation. And I was in deep trouble. Officially a captain's hearing. And because there's a zero tolerance policy for crew members on ships. So there was a whole investigation and everything. And finally one of the girls from my team came to me and she said, yeah, but you go to the church on the ship, right? I said, yeah. So, you believe in God, right? I said, yes, again, so. She said, do you believe that God can help you from this situation? I said, if He can help me from this situation, I will turn around my life 180. So, to make a long story short, the captain sent me away with a final written warning. So I got saved on the dot. That for me was an existence of God, His grace, His mercy, because I didn't deserve it, because the penalty was dismissal with a record. So that is where my relationship with the Lord started. And that's why I also tell my story in English, because my story with God is English.
Wat doe je hier?
Like I said, I was working on ships, and then I came back to Holland. I wanted to find some solid ground to build a life, and I was accustomed to meetings together So I was looking for a church, and via internet I found the Door Christian Fellowship Ministries, and 8 years ago now, almost 9. And yeah, here in church I'm privileged that I'm a Sunday school teacher, that I'm able to translate because of my English relationship with God. And that's basically what I'm doing here.
Waar ga je naartoe?
You have a little bit of knowledge now about my background, where I'm coming from. And me being a therapist already answered one question, but that's a question that I want to continue in God's kingdom as well, and to help other people. Nothing is weird in my eyes because I've seen too much in life. And my goal is to end up in heaven and to thank God for His grace, His mercy, His goodness, His kindness. He's just everything. And there's too much to tell about all the great things that happened in my life. But my goal is to keep on the road and to bring along just as much people as possible. And if I can help people in their quest, people with the same background as me, I believe that God wants to help me there. I mean, I heard once a beautiful quote: everybody has a history, but we have to make it His story. And that's basically what I want to. I want my history to become His story. That's basically my goal in life, towards Him.